Hey there guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another best class setups video in Modern Warfare right now after the most recent balance changes. The MP5 did get hit very hard by the most recent nerfs. We did see a lot of nerfs to the 10mm ammo recently. The actual MP5 itself got nerfed, which is a little bit of a shame, but it is important that some of these weapons do get brought back into line when you do compare them to other weapons in the game. It's very, very important that weapons aren't just like completely blatantly overpowered, as there is a little bit of weapon variety. Weapon variety does make the game fun. If all the weapons did share the same damage numbers, like this would be a very, very boring game. So it's nice to see a little bit of variety here. And the changes definitely did help keep the MP5 in line, but I still think it is a very, very powerful weapon in this game right now. Like still super, super strong. One of the best SMGs for sure. Just before we do get into talking about our best MP5 class setup post nerf in this video here, let's try and get this one to 30 likes. 30 likes is a bigger like goal than we usually get, but I really feel like you guys can do it. We're sort of going up recently with these like goals. All these subscribers have been excellent recently, so I do appreciate all the support. If you haven't already done so, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on, or Captain Price will come to your house with his spooky eyes and haunt you. So let's talk about our MP5 class setup here. So the MP5 has changed a little bit after the nerfs, as I did say. We've had to change a couple of different attachments here as we've seen balance changes affect this weapon pretty seriously. But we're going to start with our secondary here first off with the Akimbo X16s. These are another option that are very, very powerful in this game right now. The Singuard Arms Advantage barrel does give us that extra damage range and bullet velocity while not reducing our hipfire accuracy by an awful lot. I do know that the longer barrels and sort of monolithic suppressor options do increase our sort of hipfire spread, which is not ideal, but we can sort of tighten that back in with the 5mm laser, especially as this is a secondary option only. We're not going to be running around with the Akimbo X16s out too much, so I feel like we can definitely get away with the 5mm laser. If this was more of a primary class, we'd probably run the 1mm, as being seen on those sort of lasers is not too great with only a close range weapon. We do want the lightweight trigger just to get that maximum fire with the X16. Very, very powerful to just spray people at range. Very, very strong to send a lot of bullets down range at people. The ammunition is an interesting slot. I think the default mag is like 12 or 14. Very, very small normally. So 26 round mags is always a good option here. But if you aren't looking to sort of use extra bullets in this particular way, we can always throw on the monolithic suppressor, as I said, as a very, very powerful option here. So one of those choices that is up to you. I do prefer the extra ammunition, as sometimes more than one person will run around a corner and you've got to spray them down at super close range. And Akimbo to round this class out. Probably talked about that for a little bit too long there, so we're going to quickly gloss over the perks and grenades. So EOD, Ghost, and Tracker, very standard setup on my channel if you've watched any of my videos previously. C4 is a very powerful option in this game, as well as the Stim Shot. You know we run this on pretty much every one of our classes. As for the MP5 here, a little bit has changed recently, and we'll talk about things that have changed as they do come up, but the constant barrel option for this has always been the monolithic integral suppressor. Sound suppression and bullet velocity, as well as about a 10% increase to our damage range, is super, super strong here. Being able to get those sights up nice and quickly while still having good accuracy, damage range, and so on. Very, very powerful. Like a combination of sort of aim down sight speed attachments as well as this barrel is very, very strong here. We're also taking the Merc foregrip. Like the Commando foregrip is also something that I've seen bounced around as the recoil stabilization. That horizontal recoil is very beneficial for the MP5, but I feel like the Merc foregrip is always going to be the better option on most SMGs. Just for that extra recoil control, making it very easy to hit those shots, but probably more importantly, that hip fire accuracy being very, very powerful. Being able to spray people as you do sort of come around the corner very, very easily. Very, very powerful option in my opinion. The stock is where we've seen the first of our changes here. The FTAC collapsible used to be the default option, but they did nerf this alongside the no stock nerf. So this is one of those attachments that did get hit very hard, increasing our recoil significantly if we do have this attached, as it probably should have done previously. Basically with this before, we could just run this without too much consequence. So we're changing this out for the FSS close quarters stock. That aim down sight speed only, no recoil drops or anything like that, is very, very powerful. Being able to get those sights up super, super fast does feel very, very fantastic with the MP5. Plus, as I said, we do still have that hip fire option with the Merc foregrip. We're always taking the stippled grip tape on most weapons at the moment. Aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed, very, very powerful here. And the ammunition is another sort that did get changed recently with some big nerfs to the 10mm ammo. It's still a little bit of a toss-up as what we do prefer here. I feel like if you are still fighting at those medium ranges more consistently, you'll probably want that 10mm ammo, but the 45 round mags with a decent fire fire rate, like that increase to our fire rate normally, like over the 10mm, is very, very powerful, as well as having more bullets to spray down range. So if you are playing more aggressively, getting nice and close to people, probably the 45 round mag would still be better. The 10mm option did get nerfed, as I said, but is still probably the better option for those medium range gunfights. So you can pretty much take your pick here. I'm going with the 45 round mags, as this is still a very, very powerful option in this game, in my opinion. Alrighty, so this is our full class setup here. We're going to jump into some gameplay now with our best options and a little bit of we'll come up with some tips for the MP5. I mean, it doesn't really need too much explaining, but there is some still stuff that we can learn here. So let's jump into some gameplay now. Alrighty, so seeing the return of Shoot House 24/7 is very, very exciting, I'm sure, for most Call of Duty fans, including myself. But man, like, this class absolutely stomps people. This is a well-known fact in this game, that this class is an absolute monster. Like, the MP5 will always probably be one of the best... What? That was an enemy? Oh my god, I thought that... I am dumb. I am very dumb. I thought that blue dot meant that he was a friend, but it was clear that... Just wait for this guy to come around the corner here. I'm sure he's going to come around soon. There he is. You can just see here, like, you're still sort of going to be competing for that 10mm ammo as to the best option in the game at the moment. But man, nice little bit of singing there. You love to see it. Love to see people getting taken by surprise in a Call of Duty game. The reactions are just always delightful. Always a beautiful reaction when someone does get taken by surprise in a video game. I just feel like the MP5 is still too strong. Even though they nerfed it, like, it's very clear that they nerfed. They want this weapon to be brought back into line with those other weapons. Like, you want other weapons to be viable as well in your games most of the time. But when it's so clear, like it's blatantly clear that one weapon is just superior. What is that spawn? Just spawn in someone's gun sights. That's ridiculous. Anyway, as I was saying, you do want a little bit of variety in your Call of Duty game sometimes. It'd be very, very boring if all the guns were the same. Like, all the guns had a 600 rate of fire, like they did 25 damage per bullet, like, and they didn't change, like, recoil. Nothing was just, like, different. It'd be very, very boring if everything was the same, everybody used the same thing. So it's always good to have a little bit of variety. Even if everybody does have access to the weapons, it does still present an advantage, as sometimes you just don't take that weapon into battle, and the person who does have the advantage over you. This is the second hardpoint game I played today, trying to record a lot of these videos, and people are just playing so goofy. People are just playing so dumb. Gotta listen out for more people. Gotta be a little bit more spatially aware of what's going on. So we're gonna flank around the back here. No, we're gonna rotate back through as they are spawning over this side, and we're gonna try and hold them off before they do come. What? How does a man just get behind us like that? Who is watching this? Nice couple of kills there, and we'll back off and get a reload off. Then we'll actually go up the stairs and sort of push over from the top, as I think somebody is definitely, as I said, somebody's always coming into this particular part of the map. Again, getting surprised in a Call of Duty game, or a shooter in general, is very, very... The reactions are just always the same. It's just... It's not something I can control. It's not fake, it's real spooks. Getting scared is real. Jump scares in Call of Duty games, shooters in general, are real. Call of Duty is a horror game. Come up the stairs. No, not coming up the stairs. Oh god. Oh, we're good. Everything's fine. I know this is sort of like not presenting real new information here, but I just gotta share this MP5 class, man. Like, this thing absolutely stomps people. As most MP5 classes should. This is one of the best weapons in the game and has been for a very long time here, but like with the recent nerfs, you would expect that the gun would be a little bit worse than previous. We'll bait our teammate here. No one there. Nice little bit of teammate baiting there. It's not too bad. We will crawl down here and call this in at the back here. Hopefully this doesn't kill us. Like, a very, very bad tendency of killing myself with my VTOLs. No? Well, alright. Oh boy. I'm doing that close air support. Close air support so we don't die. Where am I? What is happening right now? This is very, very strange. There's definitely going to be somebody coming up here, so we'll slide into it. No. Alright, that's fine. I'm okay with that. There's definitely going to be somebody coming up the door here. No? Well, now he's definitely going to be coming up here for revenge after I just shot him in the head. Don't. Do not try and hit me with the hit sticks. Go away, you clown. No, there was a triple. There was a triple on offer and we fluffed it. Come through the middle here. No! Did get taken out in a very decent streak there, which is a little bit of a shame, but I mean, we are doing very, very well at the moment. This game is basically completely under our control, which is always good. You love to see it.
6.5 hours later.
We're just gonna sit here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. That was impressive. Huh, we managed to hit the score limit pretty quickly there. That was pretty wild. Anyway, we did very, very well there. I think we got 50 kills and not too many deaths. I would say probably like 10 deaths. I think we died maybe 10, 12, 13 times. We'll check the score in a second and then we'll have our final thoughts. So 50 and 12, very, very impressive there. So what do we think of this particular MP5 class? In my opinion, this is still the best SMG in the game. By so far, it's not even funny. Like, just thinking of SMGs that compete with this, like there isn't really any. The MP7 is good, like it does have a quite high fire rate, but it just doesn't do the damage that the MP5 does. Man, this, even through all the nerfs, I think it's been nerfed like 3 or 4 times now, and most recently did get the recoil and like the range decreased, but man, this is still one of the best weapons in the game for sure. Being able to spray people down at medium and short ranges, and sort of sometimes even long ranges, depending on how good they are at the game, makes you very, very powerful with this particular class setup. We get a great combination, and it's a little bit of a shame of sort of having to lose the no stock like the FTAC collapsible nerf, but the FSS close quarters stock does give us that aim down sight speed, making us very, very mobile. Getting those sights up nice and quickly does feel fantastic with this weapon still. As I said, I'm not really telling you many new informations by giving you this particular MP5 class, but this thing absolutely shreds. People go out there and use it while you still can. Before they nerf it again, like I'm sure they're still thinking about ways to change the MP5, so do go use this again before they do change it. If you did make it to the end of the video, I do appreciate you all stopping by and checking out this particular class setup. Hopefully you can use it and go shred people, because it absolutely stomps. We are still working towards our subscriber goals, getting up there now. I think we're working towards 2,200 now, which is very, very exciting. And we're still after, I think, like, what did I say, 27 likes, 30 likes on this video, so let's try and hit that as well. Thank you very much for watching, as I said, again for the 50th time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!